all started in 2003. I was diagnosed with an unusual tumor in my leg called a sarcoma. I had to go through surgery, chemotherapy, and radiation therapy. All that resulted in a lot of work on my part, and I'm a physician and I know how to orchestrate the system, and I was having difficulty in San Luis Obispo. And that really made me think that we need a center that can bring in some help to patients to guide them through the system.
In August of 2006, my father got into trouble in his Jeep and it rolled down the hill, but unfortunately my brother could not get out of the way of the Jeep. And the Jeep actually rolled up against him and then over the top of him. And my brother was airlifted.
I was actually in the hospital when his brother was treated in the intensive care unit.
After that was over, I felt like there was something that should be said and done for all the people that helped us out taking care of both my brother and father. That's where he told me about this idea of this resource center.
And I learned that his sister was, tragically involved with cancer.
And Bunny initially was diagnosed in 1988 with Hodgkin's lymphoma. When the breast cancer resurfaced, we went everywhere. And she ended up having a surgery, reconstructed. The chemo that followed that was very intense. And within 30 days of discontinuing therapy, this very aggressive cancer came roaring back. The physical and emotional devastation that my sister was going through was just, it was too much. So the next step was, unfortunately, hospice. And she lasted about 3 days. There's a real connection that people who have had to deal with this firsthand, they get it, and they want to support it. We wanted to do something special here on the Central Coast, and one of those things is the Hearst Cancer Resource Center.
When I first discovered that I had a small tumor in my ribcage, I did seek medical help immediately, but I needed to have somebody to talk to put it all together. And it was really great to have a nurse navigator at the center. It was wonderful to have somebody look at you as a whole person rather than as some aspect of a disease that you have.
The center sponsors diet lectures, there's exercise, there's a lot of discussion about lifestyle and even finance. And you're with people who have been through the cancer program and who are recovering from cancer. They show strength and they show a positive attitude.
There was an information board and there's a survivor workshop. It's a very welcoming place. They were very helpful to me in providing wigs because I lost all my hair. Every time I visited the cancer center has been a breakthrough because I came with a question and I came back with one or more answers that were good for me.
Having a plan and being able to follow that trail is an important morale booster for anybody and anybody's family facing this sort of diagnoses.
My hope would be that more men feel safe and comfortable coming to this kind of a process. There's still enough men with serious cancers that could really benefit from this program, as I did.
And this center really has brought together all those services that we really needed. Having a nurse navigator and other folks helping you out, it's special.
Early on, when we first put this together, I think we were seeing like 150 patient visits a month. And what is it now?
600.
600 patient visits a month, because the center is open to not just French hospital patients, open to whoever walks through the doors.
The endowment covers the expenses to, run the center. But remember, everyone who walks in that center doesn't have to pay a dime. So the center is free to everyone.
The endowment has to get to a level where the income that it spins off pays the expenses of the center. So we need to raise sufficient money so that the expenses can be paid for without dipping into the principal, therefore giving it a life in perpetuity.
That's what our goal is, to leave a legacy, to help our friends and family and their children. So when you make that donation to the endowment, you're making it to the center, you're making it to the future.